Hi, my name's Phil. I'd like to talk about politics, and in this video I'd like to discuss the collision of oil tankers in the Gulf. The owners of the tanker responsible said it was a navigation error and not related to the fighting. However, it's also known that GPS signals are being interfered with as part of the conflict in order to disrupt enemy defences. And interfering with GPS is a navigation issue. So is the war already causing shipping to collide? And if not, how great is the risk? But first, for daily news and politics, please subscribe to the channel to stay notified. So early this week, we had two oil tankers colliding in the Gulf of Oman, near to the Strait of Hormuz, between Iran and Dubai. There were fears that passage through the Gulf has been made more risky due to the Israeli war with Iran. That's due to GPS jamming employed to disrupt the missiles flying between the two. It's been reported that over 1,000 ships in the area at least have been subject to interference, which means that ships can be sent off course. And yes, this is exactly like in the James Bond movie Tomorrow Never Dies. Only shoving ships off course in this case is a secondary effect. The intention of the jamming is to send missiles off course, not oil tankers, but it still risks sending oil tankers off course and of other shipping, of course. Now, has to be said, the UAE have insisted that the collision was caused by navigational errors not related to the conflict. However, GPS jamming creates navigational errors, and if what happened was because the captain of the ship or, recognised that the GPS system was iffy, and either they or their navigational officer made an error using other methods, that would still be related to the war, because if the error was by using a secondary navigation system, then the collision, you could argue, would still not have happened if the GPS signal was good. However, let's say it really was an error that had absolutely nothing to do with GPS jamming. Collisions in the Gulf do happen, and they happen in peacetime. It could just be a coincidence, as the UAE are insisting. But the fact that so many ships are reporting GPS signal interference does raise the risk of collisions, which are caused by this. And the collision happens, if it happens in the Strait of Hormuz, not just close by, as in this case, that's a very narrow passage which could disrupt other shipping as well. And it goes without saying, the longer the conflict carries on, the longer this threat to shipping persists, and the more likely we are to see collisions, which are caused definitely by this GPS interference. And with Israel unable to damage Iranian nuclear centrifuges directly, and Trump saying he may need 2 weeks to decide what to do, we may have more of this for at least 2 weeks, and whatever Trump does, if he enables Israel's push for regime change, which is what they're really talking about, then the conflict will rage for a long time to come. The last person who reckoned they could achieve regime change in a large country with a decent military in 3 days is already planning for the 4th anniversary of the war. The bottom line is that this war is based on a lie. Iran doesn't have nuclear weapons. Yes, it may be trying to produce them, but it's years away. We had a deal to stop them even trying a few years ago. That's the route to go down. The war is just a huge dead cat designed to distract from atrocities in Gaza, and Trump is in no doubt enjoying the shift of focus away from his pathetic birthday parade flop and the anti-Trump protests back home. But it's posing security problems for a major shipping lane, and the cost of using it has already gone up due to the problems, due to the fears that security is not as good as it was. And none of this should have happened. In his first term, Trump tore up the nuclear deal on false pretexts. Now he's permitting Israel to spark another war on another false pretext. But let me know what you think in the comments below. For more content, you could subscribe to the channel or even join for access to streams of behind the scenes updates. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later.